Hey guys, it's me Kiana and welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the title of this video, we are going to be doing my September TBR. I cannot believe that it is September already. Next month is my birthday month, which I am most excited about. First day of fall is in September. But anyways, I have about 6 books on my TBR. 3 I physically own, 2 are graphic novels, so I don't really own them, and then 1 comes out later this month, which I am planning on buying and reading as well. But we're going to start with the physical books that I own, and then jump into the books I don't own, and then we're going to pick for my TBR jar. So, the first book I plan on reading this month is actually a rollover from August, because I did not get to it. As you have probably seen from my August wrap-up, I ended up reading Kingdom of Ash in August, and that took up a lot of my time, so I didn't really end up reading a lot of books on my TBR. But the one from the rollover is Reaper at the Gates by Sabaa Tahir. This is book 3 in the Ember and the Ashes Quartet. I have reread the first book twice, read the first book for the first time, tabbed it up, and now I plan on reading the third book, tabbing it up. I will leave both book tags for Ember in the Ashes and A Torch Against the Night somewhere on the eye. But this is the third book. Now, in this book, we are now following the Nightbringer. We are following Elias, Laya, and Helene, which I'm very excited about. I absolutely love the first and the second book, and I really, really hope I'm planning to get into this because I want to be all caught up, because supposedly the fourth book is coming out sometime in 2020. We don't yet know. The next book I plan on reading is a reread, because I am finally caught up with basically all of Cassandra Clare's Shadowhunter books. I'm going to try to read her middle grade books with Holly Black. But I plan on rereading Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. This is book 1 in the Infernal Device trilogy, and I absolutely love this trilogy, and I cannot wait for the sequel to come out with this. In this world, this takes place in Victorian England, and we follow a girl named Tessa Gray who is moving from New York to London to be with her brother. And when she gets to London, she's actually picked up by, I think it's either the Black Sisters or the Grey Sisters. I can't remember because it's been so long since I've read it. And Tessa finds out that when she holds onto someone's belongings, say my glasses, she can turn into me, and so she's basically used for evil. She is rescued by William Herondale and Gemma Carstan, who are 2 Shadowhunters, and she is then thrusted into the life of Shadowhunters. I absolutely love this trilogy. It's been 2 years since I read the trilogy, and because I'm all caught up with every single Shadowhunter book until her new series start to come out, I do want to reread this because this is my favorite trilogy of Cassandra Clare, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And then the third book that I physically own that I want to read is to continue on with my reread of The Wayward Children's, and that is Beneath the Sugar Sky by Shauna McGuire. I listened to the first book on audiobook, physically read the second book on audiobook because physically read the second book because I did not like the audiobook for the second one, but I do plan on listening to Beneath the Sugar Sky. And in this one, we follow a girl named Rennie, who, if you remember from the first book, Ivory Had Her Doorway, if you remember in the first book, she is the daughter of Sumi, who was murdered. So she basically comes back and she's like, I'm disappearing, I need you to help me get my mother's bones back so I can bring her back to life so I can live and we can both defeat the evil queen or something. I did love the third book because we got to see a lot of the characters from the first book again. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this one. And then now let's go into the books that I don't own. I plan on reading Lumberjanes volume 11 and 12. I do not know who these are by, but if I read 11 and 12, I am then caught up with all of them until volume 13 comes out. And this is a graphic novel series that I personally love a lot. We follow this 5 group of girls, and they are sent to a summer camp. But in the summer camp, strange things begin to happen. They encounter gods, Artemis and Apollo. They encounter mythical creatures, an old lady who was a head counselor who can turn into a bear. They encounter yetis, sea monsters, sea lions, mermaids, shit like that. I have a hate-love relationship with this series because I love a lot of the early ones, but then as we started to go back down, it was I don't like it, like this one, no, love this one, it's okay, and so on and so forth. But I really do enjoy this series. And then the last one before we get into my TBR jar is The Tyrant's Tome by Rick Riordan. this comes out, I believe it's the 24th of September. I'm all caught up with the series, and I really want to get my hands on a physical copy. This follows Apollo, the god Apollo, and after the war with Reyna, Zeus basically blames Apollo for letting it happen because he's the god of prophecies. Why didn't he see this coming? So Zeus casts him down from the heavens, and now he is a human boy named Lester something, and he basically has to go on 5 quests, because you know there's 5 books, to get back every single one of his prophecies and to basically earn the right to be back in Olympus. We see a lot of characters from Percy Jackson and the Olympians, the heroes, Percy Jackson and the Olympians, Heroes of Olympus. The 3rd book fucked me up, and you know, I cannot wait for the 4th one because I think we're seeing Hazel and Reyna in it. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Cannot wait to get my hands on the physical copy, though I do not like this cover. I like the other ones better, but yet we'll see when I get to the physical one. So now it's time for my TBR jar. I stopped using this for a really, really long time. Do not know why, but this is my little Dorothy one that it says just keep swimming. I'll shake it around. I did not last month end up getting to my TBR pick within the month, but I do plan on reading it after I'm done reading my current book, so still counts, it doesn't. Go with that one. Okay, so the one I picked is The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. 1 second, let me go get it. Alright, yeah. So I picked out Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. This is a contemporary, big bad boy. And this follows a guy named Henry Monty Montagu, and he was born and bred as a gentleman. But here's the thing. I think he's either bisexual or he's gay. I can't remember. A lot of people absolutely love this, and I bought it last year because of the hype. The font is actually pretty big. I thought it would have been smaller, but this is a pretty big book. This book is, let's see. Oh my god, it's still going. This book is 501 pages excluding the author's note, because this pretty much is all of the author's notes. But yeah, it's 501 pages, basically a tome. And it follows a guy named, he goes by the nickname Monty, and he embarks on this, I want to say it's like this little ship tour with his sister Felicity and one of his best friends who he does happen to be in love with, before actually settling down and agreeing to like his father's lordship or something. Je ne sais. But yeah. So these are the 4 books I plan on reading, along with the 2 graphic novels, which I read in like a day. And then Tyrant's Tome, which I cannot wait to get my physical hands on. But yeah, I'll be leaving here 2 videos I feel you guys should go check out. I post videos every Monday and Thursday, and I'll be seeing you guys really, really soon with my book haul. Bye guys.